friend Kim Emerson how to make Beau's Brussels sprouts. And I have the ingredients right here. You need Brussels sprouts. You need pancetta. You need balsamic vinegar, olive oil, and salt and pepper. And with any great cooking, you have to have a great bottle of wine. First thing you want to do is to clean your Brussels sprouts, and then I'm going to cut off the bottoms, and then I'm going to cut them in half. This is pancetta. Pancetta is essentially Italian bacon. I buy it cubed, but you can also buy it in a chunk. This happens to come from Trader Joe's. So you want to cook it until it gets pretty much crispy, and just like you would with bacon, but it cooks fairly quickly because it's in such small pieces. Okay, so this pancetta is just about done. It has texture to it, and it's let off all of its grease. So I'm going to go ahead and drain it on paper towels. These are, we're going to get them ready to put in the oven. So I'm going to use cooking spray on just like a cookie sheet with edges on it. And then I'm going to drizzle olive oil on the Brussels sprouts. And you can see how some of these Brussels sprouts have like come apart with these little pieces. That's actually good. You want that. Then I'm going to put some salt and pepper on here. And we're going to put a little bit of balsamic on this as well. It all together. I'm going to add a little more salt. And then I'm going to go ahead and just dump it out on my pan. And just have like one layer. And it's actually nice to turn them all over so that the cut side, it starts out down and it gets nice and brown. So we're ready to put our Brussels sprouts in the oven. As you can see, they're all facing flat side down. And so oven is at 500 roast, which is, I have that option on mine, otherwise you just want a hot oven, and you just want to pop it in there. It's been about 5 minutes in this 500-degree oven, and I'm going to take these out. As you can see, they're already trying to get kind of crispy and brown, and I'm going to go ahead and stir these around. You can see how the undersides are getting nice and brown and crispy. Okay, so we're going to put it back in the oven and check them again in about 5 more minutes. Now what we're going to do while those Brussels sprouts are in the oven is we're going to reduce some balsamic vinegar. So, I don't know, let's say whatever you have left in your bottle. And I'm going to turn it on to let it just begin to simmer, and I want to cook it until it gets thick. So we're going to take our Brussels sprouts out of the oven. They're done. As you can see, nice and brown and crispy parts all over. And here's our balsamic vinegar, and it's still reducing. It's close, but I want it just a little bit thicker than that. I'm going to take the pancetta, and I'm going to go ahead and just sprinkle it all over. And then once the balsamic is reduced enough, we're going to go ahead and pour it on it and then pop it back in the oven for just a couple of minutes. And then we have great Brussels sprouts. So this balsamic is reduced enough. You can kind of see how it's nice and thick and stays apart and kind of comes together. So I'm going to just drizzle it on top of this. Go back, stir it up a little bit. It's going to go back in the oven. These Brussels sprouts are ready to be eaten. How delicious does that look? balsamic glaze, the crispy little pieces, the pancetta. Okay, Kim, I hope you enjoy it. Now you try it at home.